Yeah. The infamous Reefer Road, aka Ocean Avenue, runs along the beach east of North Fletcher, where all that sand hill there, it's kind of rough. That used to be all granite boulders. You can see some of the concrete there they've thrown on there. It used to be all all granite boulders back when the book took place, and then they've since added all that sand in. But it's a graded road, kind of rough. So especially when they come along and graded every once in a while, but it always gets back right like this. So, and we'll move on down here. So we're coming down to the end of Reefer Road. Over the berm, over the hill there, which is sand piled up on all that granite wall that was built by the Army Corps. There used to be some houses over there in the mid-late 60s, but they washed away finally. There's the Jack D's beach house, Dickens Beach House there. They don't own it anymore, but anyway, so we're at the end of Reefer Road, where it turns back into North Fletcher, as I describe in the book, where Amelia and I were cruising around on graduation night. And so we came up here and took the right. If we'd have taken the left, there wouldn't have been a very good ending to the book. But we took this right turn. Most of the houses you just saw were here. They were all here back in the 60s and 70s. But this was the sort of the new road here that I described back then. And basically, once you got to right about here, there weren't any houses pretty much after this. There might have been one or two down here, but that was basically that old place right there, older looking place, the smaller ones, because everybody built big ones once they started building them again. Now I think that was the last house here. And then all of these you see on the left are new since then. And then this is the dunes. Unbuildable, I guess, because of this and that regulations. So we came down here. This was all uninhabited, unbuilt, deserted. I don't even know if they had street lights down here yet. So we took this turn, and when we got right about here, at that turn you see right there, that's where Billy S. and the lovely Debbie O. turned that car right there, flipped over right there. So this is the cul-de-sac here, the turnabout. And this is where Billy S. would have started out with his run down there to the end. As you can see, it's not very far. So he floors that SS 396, and he's up to good speed here, way too fast. Of course, there's nobody here. This is why he was down here. There were no cars, there was nothing. And he comes up here, and instead of going about 25 miles an hour, he was going about 45, 50, 60 miles an hour. And instead of making the turn like I did, he flipped that car right there. And that was the end of his night and mine.